Surviving is about getting through the day, checking off your to-do list, and hoping you can avoid any kind of emotional landmine. Thriving, however, means embracing the fullness of life God has for you, even in the midst of brokenness. Hey beautiful, if you're done with the pain, devastation, and overwhelm that marital betrayal has thrown at you, and you need a real roadmap to recovery, and you desire to heal God's way, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Lisa, a betrayal, trauma, and infidelity recovery specialist who went from being crushed and humiliated by my own husband's affair to a global sought-after recovery specialist, helping Christian women and couples just like you heal and recover from the devastation of marital betrayal, all while doing it God's way. Are you ready to dive in? I am. So grab your favorite latte, a glass of wine, snuggle up, and focus on you right now. Let's do this. Welcome back to the show, beautiful. I know that the holidays can be hard when you are in the midst of betrayal. So today, I'm sharing with you 3 tips to help you thrive during the holiday season, even in the midst of it. And don't forget, you can get all of my tips, my strategies on how to thrive through the holidays and not just survive from my workshop, my online workshop with the downloadable workbooks, all the good stuff. We have it marked down at 90% right now. Normally $297. It now is $27 through the holiday season. Grab it while you can. This is one of my top rated workshops. So go below in the show notes. You'll see where it says holiday and grab it while you can. So let's talk about it. I want you to know that the holidays, while they used to be something that you looked forward to, may be something that you're actually dreading right now. I know that it's something difficult when we have been through betrayal and we're looking at the holidays sometimes with dread. The holiday season can be one of those most beautiful times of the year, but let's be real, it can also amplify the pain of betrayal and trigger feelings of deep isolation, resentment, or loss. Well, today I want to share with you 3 tips that will help you not just survive this holiday season, but truly thrive in the midst of it. So if this resonates with you, beautiful, you know the drill. Grab your coffee, your cup of tea, quiet spot, your cuddly blanket. I don't know about you, but it's actually frigid in South Carolina. Get warm. Focus on yourself. Let's dive into this conversation that I believe could transform your holiday season. So the first thing we need to understand is the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Surviving is about getting through the day, checking off your to-do list, and hoping you can avoid any kind of emotional landmine. Thriving, however, means embracing the fullness of life that God has for you, even in the midst of your brokenness. In John 10:10, Jesus reminds us, I have come that they may have life and have it to the fullest. Beautiful, thriving isn't about ignoring your pain. It's not about denying it. It's not about shoving it under the rug. It's actually about choosing to live a life that's rooted in God's promises, even when things feel very messy. Well, today's tips are designed to help you make that shift because God doesn't want you to just survive during this holiday season. Remember, Jesus came into this world that he created so that he could actually give you an abundant life here, now, today. He wants you thriving. He wants you to experience his peace and joy even now. So your first tip in this is to set boundaries that honor God and protect your heart. The holidays often come with lots and lots of social gatherings, family expectations, and those dreaded difficult conversations, right? You may have those that are wanting to probably talk to you about what's going on in your life right now. And you're probably dreading that. You really don't want to talk to anybody. That might be why you are avoiding some of the holiday traditions that you normally take part in. It's okay, beautiful, to set limits and say no when something feels overwhelming. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Guarding your heart might look like declining an invitation to a gathering where you don't feel emotionally safe, or limiting how much time you spend with people who trigger painful memories. It may be that you go to the family gathering, but you really set your boundary on what you will discuss and what you won't discuss. And when people actually talk with you about certain things, you actually put up that boundary and you let them know, listen, I'm not willing to talk about that right now. That's not on my conversation list. I would rather visit this at another time. Beautiful, that's okay. Maybe you say no to certain things so you can say yes to the best during this time period. It's okay to actually set boundaries that are going to keep you emotionally stable and emotionally safe. Setting boundaries doesn't mean shutting people out. It actually means creating space for God's healing work in your life. Communicate your needs lovingly and clearly, and don't feel guilty for prioritizing your own well-being. You are important, beautiful, and it's important for you to recognize that because God wants you to have an abundant holiday season. All right, let's look at tip number 2. Create new traditions that reflect hope and healing. Old traditions may feel painful right now. They may seem very hollow after the betrayal, especially if they remind you of what's been lost, of what's been stolen through his sexual addiction or the affair. Well, this is an opportunity to start fresh, to start anew. You might light a hope candle each night to symbolize God's light breaking in through your darkness. You may set up different lights throughout the windows of your home and light different ones every night until they're all lit to represent how God is moving in your life. Maybe it's going and getting brand new ornaments for your tree. Maybe for you this year, you're going to start a new tradition with a new collection. I know for me, I collect nutcrackers. It's just something near and dear to my heart. I get one every year. I look for the ones that speak to me when I go to the store. They just kind of catch my eye and I add them to my collection. That's something near and dear to me that I decided to keep during the holiday season. Well, that is an old tradition, but it also became a new tradition in the sense of me looking for different kinds of nutcrackers and different sizes. I did it a little differently. Maybe for you, you're going to start collecting angels or, like I said, different ornaments. Maybe for you, it's planning a quiet devotional time on Christmas morning, reflecting on the ultimate gift of Christ's love for you. Maybe for the first time, you're going to go through an Advent calendar. You're going to spend time reading through the book of Luke every single day this month leading up to Christmas. Or maybe it's finding a way to serve others, like volunteering at a local shelter, writing cards for the lonely. Maybe it's going to a nursing home, singing Christmas carols. Maybe it is buying, what we do at our church is backpacks for those who are in foster care. Whatever that looks like for you, maybe even engaging in an angel tree this year. These are new things that I took on and added to what I traditionally did, but I added some new things during the Christmas that I was separated from my husband. These small but meaningful acts can anchor you in the truth that God is still writing your story. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Trust that God is at work, even in this season of heartache. You can count on his faithfulness. And then there's tip number 3. Stay connected to God and a supportive community. Well, it's tempting to withdraw when you're in pain. I know that full well. I really had to fight the temptation to isolate during the holiday season. But I want you to know that healing doesn't happen in isolation, beautiful. So lean into God's word and spend time in prayer, asking Him to meet you right where you are. Psalm 34:18 reminds us, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. I want you to know that in addition to staying connected to God, you need to surround yourself with people who breathe life into you. They uplift you and encourage you. Now, it can be a trusted friend, a counselor, your coach, a small group at church. Maybe it's coworkers, right? Family members, whoever it is, that's okay. You don't have to carry this burden alone. God has given you community on purpose. And research has actually shown that we heal better and actually quicker inside of community. So don't try to isolate and go it alone, beautiful. Stay connected. And if you don't have a supportive community, then I encourage you to join our online group. It's free. You can go below in the show notes, click on the link, and you can join our free community where women just like you are finding strength, support, encouragement, and hope in the midst of their healing journey from betrayal. So I want to wrap all this up for you in a pretty little bow today, okay? Let's recap those 3 tips for thriving this holiday season. Number 1 was to set boundaries that honor God and protect your heart. Number 2 was to create new traditions that reflect hope and healing. And number 3, stay connected to God and a supportive community. Listen, beautiful, thriving during the holidays doesn't mean you won't feel pain. I know you will, okay? I'm going to be honest. It doesn't mean you won't feel it. It does mean, though, that you'll allow God to meet you in that pain and transform it into something beautiful. Remember this, He's not finished with your story. He never is finished. He's always adding to. So I want you to trust Him in this journey. Go after the holiday season. Seek to redeem it. Don't let the enemy steal it from you. Seek to redeem it by employing these 3 tips. And if you need more, go below in the show notes and grab my workshop, Thriving Through the Holidays, while you still can at that $27 price point. So beautiful, until next time, remember this, you are loved. You are not alone. God has a beautiful plan for your life, even in the midst of this horrific journey of betrayal that you've experienced. God is for you, and He will see you through. So take care, and God bless. Thanks for stopping by today and spending a little while with me. I hope you enjoyed today's show and found hope, healing, and encouragement. Please remember to subscribe to my podcast and leave a review. You can even screenshot this episode and share it on IG or Facebook stories. This is how we get the message of hope and healing out to all women who are in the midst of betrayal and loss. If you're ready to move out of the devastation of betrayal and take the next step in your healing, make sure to reach out to me and schedule your breakthrough coaching call today. Until next time, love God, live your life passionately, and always choose joy in the midst of any circumstance that you may face. Cheers to you, beautiful.